and when we fall by our weakness, raise us up by your unfailing mercy. For the sake of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. reading this morning is found in Psalm 22, 23, and 31. The Psalm's prayer carries us to the first chapter to God ahead in section of his feeling of God, and he believed that God would raise him out of despair. He looked forward to the future when God would rule the entire earth. Later on in the verses, feel free to add expectations to us to teach our children and future generations about God's wonders and his miracles. Psalms 22, 23 through 30. Telling them 3 times that he was being God. Then began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law, and that he must be killed, and after 3 days rise again. He spoke plainly about this, and Jesus took them aside and began to rebuke them. But when Jesus turned and looked at his disciples, he rebuked Peter. Let me Satan, he said. You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns. And then he called the crowd to him along with his disciples and said, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny himself and take up the cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But
human, grew up, went through everything that we do, because had he not, how could he know? And we face temptations every day, everywhere, for all kinds of things. So today I want to talk about the temptation that lies in denial. Now, you might say, wait a minute, I've never been tempted to deny anything. I bet you have. I'm sure you have. In fact, if I had to stake something on it, I would stake everything I own that you have been tempted to deny something. Maybe you've been tempted to deny that you have an addiction, whether it be to chocolate, alcohol, drugs, smoking, food, or a person. Maybe you've been tempted to deny that addiction. Maybe you've been tempted to deny that you have money problems. It's not something any of us want to share with everybody, but something that many of us have gone through at different times. Maybe you realize that you have a problem with letting things go. Now, personally, I know absolutely nothing about this temptation. I knew they'd get some laughs. I don't know why. But we often have a hard time letting go. We might think about it, and then guilt and the belief that we are responsible for everyone and everything, or hurt, or anger, says no. No, we're not going to let it go. We're going to hold on. And you might say, well, wait a minute, where was the temptation in that? The very temptation of denial is what makes you keep it going. That make any sense to you? I'm not sure it made sense to me. Let me rephrase. When you are tempted to deny, and we'll use letting go of a hurt as an example, and you don't, it is part of what keeps you from letting go. When you're angry, it is very easy to deny something or someone. So the very act of acknowledging that you are tempted to let something that hurts you go, but refuse to, is part of that temptation. It's just like, how good does a Girl Scout cookie sound to you when you've decided you're not going to buy any? There's something. They smell when you go past the stands, even though they're in sealed boxes. You know what they taste like. You know what they're going to feel like, what they're going to smell like. And all of a sudden, temptation becomes much harder because of that. Maybe you've looked in your refrigerator and you've been tempted to deny yourself having a glass of wine at the end of the day. Does anything look more tempting than that wine glass and that bottle of wine that's in your fridge or on your counter than that moment? You've said, no, I'm not going to. And temptation comes in and says, oh yeah, come on. You know you want to. You know you'll feel better. I'll taste so good. Life will be wonderful after you drink me. So now let's turn this back. Jesus Christ grew up as us. Okay? His mother and father, Joseph and Mary, lived regular everyday lives. They lived in no palace. They lived in a simple life. So I'm pretty sure that Jesus had friends like himself. Do you know of any child who's not tempted to break the rules? And if they are never tempted, I worry about them a little. It is part of growing up to challenge not only the rules, but the expectations that come with them. I am sure Jesus Christ was tempted to break rules. And we have one episode in the Bible that shows that he did break the rules. His mother and father had left with the group. They were days away. And all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute, where'd he go? And they go back, and he is in his father's house. He did not follow the rules. He did not tell his mom and dad where he was going. He did not do what I'm sure every other kid in that caravan had been told. You stay with us. You don't go off wandering on your own. It's dangerous out there. You don't know what might happen to you out there. And yet, he broke the rules. And it's okay. I think Jesus was tempted at other times. He drank. There's nothing in the wedding at Cana that says he didn't also have a cup. It would have been normal. It would have been second nature. It would have been part of many holy festivals. But I am sure that after that wedding, when all of a sudden people started looking at him going, you're the guy that can do the stuff. You're the one that made that wine and it was good. Here's some water. I'm thirsty now. Will you make me some wine? Make it the good stuff again. And you know what would have happened? There's no way that that kind of happening did not follow him, and that there were not people who didn't even recognize that it was a miracle, but wanted it for the very reason that he could do it. We know that people followed him everywhere he went as his reputation grew. Don't you think he wanted to deny that he could heal people? When they were coming at him from every angle, when he couldn't move because of the sheer volume of people saying, help me, I need you, cure me, cure my child. Don't you think there were times when that frustration built up and he wanted to say, you've got me confused with somebody else over there. That's the one who does the miracles. And he wanted to run that way. We know Peter denied him, had no intention of doing so, swore he never would. But not only did he deny what the Lord said, he then did deny knowing the Lord 3 times, as Jesus had said he would. There's also not a doubt in my mind that sometime on that long day and night and that trip to Calvary, that Jesus Christ was not tempted to say, I know I promised you I'd do what you said. I know this is what was intended all along, and I know what's good it's going to do, but I don't want to. I'm afraid. I don't want to face this. And we know he did say, take this from me, but your will be done. There's a lot of times we're going to face the need to deny something. I would ask that you look at the why. Is something being asked of you that you're afraid will hurt you? Is something being imposed upon you that you know you can't deal with? Are you being asked to love the unlovable? Are you being asked to feed the hungry or home the homeless? What is it that makes you want to turn your back on someone or something? And remember, you do not have to deny in words. You don't need to speak at all to deny. It's in your body language. It's in the look on your face. It's in whether you literally turn your back. How you deny can cause so much pain. So what I ask of you on this day is that next time you find yourself tempted to deny something, ask yourself why. Ask yourself what you can learn. What will you bring? Is it something Christ would do? And give it thought. Amen. Our closing hymn is Stand By Me on page 629 of your hymnal, verses 1 and 3. Would you stand, please?
When the storms of life are raging, stand by me. When the storms of life are raging, stand by me. When the world is tossing me like a ship upon the sea, thou who rulest wind and water, stand by me. In the midst of faults and failures, stand by me. In the midst of faults and failures, stand by me. When I've done the best I can and my friends misunderstand, thou who knowest all about me, stand by me.
Go forward from this place with your faith even a little bit stronger than it was when you came in. May you go being willing to ask yourself the whys when you want to deny someone. And until we meet again, may God hold you safe in his loving arms. Amen.